Let's find out about how important this is over the next 4 days as this 4-day ceasefire is about to take part. Humanitarian efforts are taking root in that area as well, and many of them from a Canadian influence. Iftikhar, Shaikh Ahmad joins us right now. Did I say your name properly?
Yes, you did. Thank you.
Thank you very much. What are your thoughts about what is about to happen, and where are we right now in this process? It's my understanding we're still some hours away from it starting.
That's correct. So the temporary 4-day ceasefire is supposed to start at 7 a.m. Jerusalem time, and so that's going to be midnight Eastern time. And that actually, we do recognize the importance of the recent 4 days temporary ceasefire, but it falls short of the urgent need for an immediate and permanent ceasefire. A temporary pause in hostile regime is not a sustainable solution, to this crisis. I was listening to you, and I just, heard you talking about the part of the deal where we are talking about the release of hostages from the Hamas part, so that the Israeli, which is a welcome development from humanitarian workers. But on the other hand, if we look into the deal, it's very eye-opening and should be for Canadians. How is it that no one is talking about that the deal includes children that have been detained in Israeli prisons? What country in the world has children who have been imprisoned? We are acting like this is normal, but it's far from being normal. And it's the reality of the Palestinians day in, day out. We didn't see widespread discussions or condemnations of such practices at an international level. But this is the deal, and we hope that, it comes to an effect. But it is still, we are going to face many challenges. The fact that the process of the trucks getting into Gaza is these days, because the trucks have to go from the Egyptian side to the Israeli authorities, where they unload the load of the trucks, search it, then load it again, and then it crosses into the Palestinian, the Rafah borders. And then when it crosses there, for the past few days, people did not have, or the workers, humanitarian workers in Gaza side, they did not have fuel. So they were using literally very basic ways to deliver the aid and get it to the people that most need it. So we are just hoping that for the coming 4 days, we see more sustainable solutions to get the aid, and much more than what is just being, pronounced or announced that it's going to be delivered.
So what over the next 4 days are Canadian humanitarians actually doing on the ground?
So we will have more freedom. The team on the ground, they will have more freedom to, go between the different regions of Gaza. We are hoping that they would be allowed safe access to northern Gaza to be able to assess the conditions, and then focus on delivering the aid to the most vulnerable, which are children, disabled, and the women, and also to be able to support our own colleagues and their families, and also including the humanitarian workers and the medics that are in Gaza.
What are your views on the fact that the leader of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, said that the 4-day ceasefire, so there can be aid, will not stop the war and the mission to rid Gaza of Hamas?
So, as a humanitarian workers, our hope is, for having peace, and then us being able to deliver the aid and help the civilians that are trapped in Gaza right now, and that have been, killed and sustained all these loss. We are talking about more than 14,000 people that have been killed as of yesterday, stats that coming, and including 6,000 children, 4,000 women, injured more than 35,000 people, displaced more than 1.5 million of the population of Gaza. So for us, all the hope is that the 4 days pause can actually give us the time to deliver the aid and also give that dignity to the people, to our team, to be able to grieve and bury their beloved ones.
Okay. And at that point, when the 4 days are over, do you think that this will make much of a difference?
That's the part of it where we are saying that this is the 4 days pause is only a band-aid. And that's what the Canadian humanitarian sector, as workers, we have been calling for immediate and permanent ceasefire, because the temporary pause of hostiles is not sustainable solution to the crisis. So if after the 4 days we don't reach complete immediate ceasefire, this is not like the 4 days are not actually going to have any impact of the lives of the people, because we are going to be feeding them, just doing some first aid process, and then you are going to go back to the same hostiles, which is not sustainable.
Thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
That is Iftikhar Shaikh Ahmad, who is with the organization called Canadian Humanitarian Charities. And we appreciate her time. Actually, it is Human Concern International about what they will be doing on the ground in Gaza when that 4-day ceasefire, that pause, and the hostage for prisoner exchange is executed, hours away from that now. And hopefully an end soon to all fighting. And that one day, sooner than later, both sides can live in peace.